Top of the morning, you terrific tipplers. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, the Whiskey Meizzer. And today, we've got another episode of Whiskey Combat. Today's Whiskey Combat is going to be ryes. So we've got Old Overholt Straight Rye from Kentucky. Nice 40 proof, good old classic. You can get this guy for less than 20 bucks. A lot of you have probably already heard of it. And his opponent from Far North Distilleries in Minnesota, coming in at 47 proof. This straight rye is finished in Cognac casks. This is RØKNAR. I lied. This isn't even a straight rye. It's 80% Hazlitt, 10% heirloom corn, and 10% malt barley. So it's 80% rye. We are going to put these two guys head to head, put them together, judge it based on nose, taste of meat, and taste with ice, and we're going to see which one wins. Keep in mind, taste is subjective. Just because I like or dislike something doesn't mean you will, so keep that in mind as we go along. We are going to start out today with the Old Overholt. Let's crack this bad boy open. And then, of course, the RØKNAR. It's more than I wanted. So first off, color-wise, they're pretty similar. Let's get right off with the nose on the Overholt. It's a rye, all right. Ooh, it's only 40%, but I'm pretty much smelling straight alcohol. Reminds me of dirt. Straight up rye. Go ahead and nose up the RØKNAR. Oh, right off the bat, this is a lot sweeter. Smells more warm. It's a little more pleasant, a little more gentle, less aggressive. And more sweet like corn, sweet like just wheat. Whereas the other one is just straight rye, I guess. But I think I like the nose of the Overholt better. Although this is sweeter and less aggressive, it isn't as appealing. I'm going to give the point for nose actually to Old Overholt. So let's get into the tasting. Start with the Overholt. Cheers. Interesting. It feels like I just finished eating like toast that was very close to being burnt, but wasn't burnt. And I bet you that's that rye in there. I like the taste of this. It's very different. I'm not getting hardly any alcohol taste. The finish is actually a little bit sweet. So it starts out with like the harsh rye toasty flavor, and then it finishes a little bit brighter at the end. This bottle was recommended by my good buddy Corey, so thank you, Corey, for the recommendation of the Overholt. I really like that. That is good. Let's go ahead and get into the RØKNAR. A lot of you may or may not have heard of this one, depending on where you're from, but this is batch 29, bottle 513. It's 94 proof Minnesota rye. And the taste from the Overholt is still with me, even after drinking some water in between. I do like it. It's interesting. Let's get into the RØKNAR. Cheers. Right off the bat, it is sweeter. It's again more rounded, not quite as boom in your face flavor. So just like on the nose. It's not quite so rye forward. It tastes almost bourbony, but that cognac finish, you can definitely get the sweetness from that. It almost tastes to me like rye whiskey finished in cognac. It tastes like what you would expect, but it is a nice, round, gentle wave of flavor. I am not sure. I'm not sure who I want to give that point to, so this is why it would be good to have a co-host. If you don't like rye as much, you're gonna like the RØKNAR better, but surprisingly, I personally think I like the more bready rye taste off of the Overholt, which is surprising because I was expecting the RØKNAR, which is, depending on where you buy it, about 40-50 bucks, to be less quality than the Overholt, because the Overholt is cheap, but the Overholt just has a lot of flavor, so I think I'm going to have to give the point again to Old Overholt. Throw some ice in here. This is the part of the video where I say, like if you like the video, comment your thoughts if you've had either of these two whiskeys. Let me know which one you like, why you like it, if you don't like it, if you want something to be featured on Whiskey Combat or just for me to taste, leave it in the comments. And go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Whiskey Meizzer. Now, let's get into round 3. We got the ice. Let's go ahead and try that Overholt with the ice. Smells like water. So what the ice did to the Overholt, it actually just spread the flavor around. It didn't add or subtract anything to it. It just made it, I guess it did subtract. It subtracted the flavor. It tastes the same. It just tastes like you added ice to it. It tastes like water. So it's not really good watered down, but if you have trouble with strong flavor, I'd say go ahead and splash a little bit of ice in there. I'd maybe do a couple of drops of water instead of the ice because the coldness doesn't add anything to it, but it's not bad. It didn't get any worse. It just dumbed it down a little bit. So that's actually, the sweetness is coming through a lot more on the nose of the RØKNAR with the ice. Weird. Now the sweetness is less and it's all the harshness of the rye. It's completely changed the flavor. And again, not bad, but the original flavor was better. The nice thing about the RØKNAR neat is you get that sweeter finish from the cognac casks, and you don't get that with the ice. It flips it around where the initial taste is sweet and then it gets boom, rye. So it's not bad. I think I like it better. I think I like them better both neat. But with the ice, the RØKNAR is better than the Overholt with ice. So RØKNAR wins that round. However, your winner with 2 points to 1 in the Rye Whiskey Combat is Old Overholt. I'm going to do something here. Okay? Because I've got all this whiskey left and I don't want to waste it. Did you see that? I just poured the Overholt into the RØKNAR. Thank you guys for watching so much. Let me know in the comments if you've had either of these two whiskeys, if you like them or not. I am not going to spoil what is the whiskey that we're going to be tasting in the next Whiskey Combat, but I can tell you one of them. So we're going to be doing bourbons, and we are going to be doing Blantons. So stay tuned for that if you like Blantons and you want to see what I'm putting it up against, and you're not going to want to miss it. Alright everyone, thank you for watching again. I am your host, the Whiskey Meizzer. Our winner of Whiskey Combat today, Old Overholt. Now go out, try something new. You just might like green eggs and ham. Whiskey Meizzer out. Ugh.